Hey guys, this is Bad Names, and you're listening to 89.5 KOPN.
And you're listening to KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM and worldwide at kopn.org.
Let's get those guys ready.
Once again, here we go. It's time for Open Mic Radio. Take a look up and enjoy the show. This is Open Mic Radio.
Whoa, I love it. Inspiring opening statement there from our own kind Kurt. I love it. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, 4 o'clock, Saturday afternoon. Yes, it is time once again for the show. Let's get it rocking with one from our featured guest today. Check these guys out. They're amazing. Secular Era. Let them hit it whenever they are ready. Hey, time, guys.
Kick it.
Like the blackened sun, like the way you burn down your own bloodline. Falling fast, we sing in unison, please just let it in. Scream to my soul and take me out. I got another place to bang. Rip my heart from the red horizon, please don't sing with me. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. Let's fall apart on a culture choir. Shout out a tune and out of time. Fade away into the distance and make sure out of line. Cut me out of your life is more the one you come home. Cry alone, a cathartic sound. Yeah, that's what I call it. Son. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying night. We failed to save a life. Sweetness of a dying Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, all right. How about it? Welcome to the program, everybody.
Welcome.
It is Open Mic Radio,
Welcome.
KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We are streaming on the web at kopn.org. And, for this afternoon's program, we got some great rock and roll for you, okay? All right, it is Saturday, the 28th of February.
Oh,
Last day of the month.
I don't think so.
Last day of the month, into
it?
March we go. We do this radio program Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Live music and interviews with some of Missouri's finest musicians and bands. My name is Mike Hagan. I'm joined by the one and only Kind Kurt.
Hello there, Michael. Hey, and can I give a shout out to my good friend Troy and all the people down at Millstream in St. Charles who are streaming right now, listening in. Thank y'all. Yeah.
Troy and the old Mill Street.
The Millstream in
What's the
Old
actual
Millstream down on Main Street in
St. Charles.
St. Charles, Missouri.
Yeah. Shout out to Troy, and it's a great spot if you get down that way. Okay.
Because they can tune in on kopn.org.
That's right.
Which is what they're doing right now. Oh, Brian J in the house.
Brian J in the house.
Ooh,
All right, so what we're doing is doing music this afternoon. Jimbo's here, Clark's here, Sealark as I like to call him. We got Kurt, Brian J is in the house, Dylan Lewis and the band Secular Era are with us. Let me quickly say that we had a fun time last week, a very cool show. We welcomed Moonsault to the program. Those guys played a great set for us in the big room out there.
Yeah.
We had a visit from John Randall from the Hoot and Hollers, and he kind of brought us up to speed on what's happening with those guys and girls. Also the Ricks, new project from John and Andy and Paul Weber. Check them out around town. Let's see, what else? Justin was here actually as well. Colin, White Noise, here to say hi last week as well. Doing some really cool hip-hop stuff, young man that's been kind of spending a little time with us over the last few weeks. Dylan McCord back with us, and really fun. I'm hoping that Dylan will be here shortly because I could use a little hand with sound today. It's a little bit of a complicated setup for an amateur like myself. Anyway,
sounded good on my end at least.
all right, so I hope things are good for you out there. Let me tell you a little bit about what we have in store for this afternoon. Quickly, a shout out though to my good friend.
In the store? We opened the store.
Peter Rabbit, all right, grooving on the one make 2 to 4 p.m. Great stuff as usual today, but always the latest in the legends in hip hop and R&B. Just does a great program. Morgan before that with a Motherland Jam. That's noon to 2 every Saturday afternoon. Incredible music from across the continent of Africa. And Morgan, a native of Zimbabwe, and really knows that stuff well, and is even familiar personally with many of the artists that he presents on his program. So anyway, really cool stuff. Motherland Jam, noon to 2. We do it from 4 to 6. Open mic radio, we try. 6 to 8, we have, of course, the wonderful Rashumba at a reggae party coming at you. Incredible roots rock reggae music right here from the middle of Missouri. That happens 6 to 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock to 11, Blues on Broadway with Chris and the Rhythms of the Future taking you over to the next day. So great stuff throughout the day and the evening here on KOPN. Appreciate y'all listening. It's Open Mic Radio this afternoon. Once again, it's KOPN 89.5 FM. We're on the web at kopn.org. Okay, so this afternoon, great weather. I'm super thrilled. We finally spring. Maybe I'm ahead of myself, but
Yeah, it's supposed to get again.
but we're pretty close. Feels good, but I hope you take us with us. If you take us with you, if you're out there doing whatever you're doing for the next couple hours, right? Saddle up and listen to some fun radio and some great rock and roll music. We're going to have it for you today. We have a visit from Dylan Lewis and Secular Era. We're going to have a lot of music from them during the second hour of the program, and a couple songs during the first hour here. But we also have a visit from my old friend Brian J. If you're an old a longtime listener of the program, you'll remember Bummy from back a few years. We did a lot of shows with an artist who went by the name of Bummy and had a lot of fun, actually.
Holiday specials.
A lot of holiday specials for sure. But anyway, he has developed into a remarkable young artist and making cool stuff at the University of Kansas City right now. But joining us this afternoon, and I think we're going to get a couple of songs from Mr. Brian J.
Hey,
how are you, my friend?
I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm very glad that you were able to stop by and see us this afternoon.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. It's good to be in town.
You got a couple things for us, right?
Yeah,
and we're kind of on a schedule. So why don't you get out there and get ready to play, and then we'll do that first one that we were talking about, and then maybe come in and chat for a few minutes. You can tell us what's up, and then we'll have another one from you out the door.
Yeah, sounds perfect. This first one's going to be called "Squish Me."
Is this a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, very, 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 very cool, and I'm excited to hear it. I haven't even heard this one. Usually, he sends them to me ahead of time, but
well, so the concept for this piece is that it is not recorded yet. It's a live performance piece, and it's different every single time you hear it. So this listen will be unique to its own.
I love it.
So
all right, you want to
Let's do some recording, bro.
We'll get Brian set up out there. Just take a minute or so, and we'll come back with some great new music from Brian J. Appreciate him visiting from Kansas City, like I mentioned.
Smells like a debut in here to me, man.
I know we've got a bunch of debuts today.
It's fragrant. I love it.
Remember the band remember the band
that debut over my head.
Hey Kurt. Remember the band Concannon?
They're so good.
Young group of a three-piece.
You lost me at remember. But I do know of the Concannon.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they're a Moberly-based band, but pretty young kids. But again, they
do remember.
They were here on the program first time again quite a few years ago. I love watching these younger people develop and kind of hone their stuff. But anyway. Bobby Vestal, who is the manager of the band and also the father of one of the kids in the band, sent me a song yesterday that has yet to be released and gave me permission. We got another debut. We're going to hear a new one from Concannon this afternoon as well, and that won't be released to the general public for another week or two. So I'm excited to do that one. Okay, we have that. What else do we have? I mentioned Brian for sure. I think Jesse from King Theodore Records is going to be here as well. Of course, we have the True False Film Festival happening next weekend, but there's also a smaller, sort of more underground film festival happening as well. It's called Real Fest, and it's the second year that's been happening, and Jesse is behind that project, and we'll learn a little bit about that. It's real cool. It's certainly an underground project, and nothing like at all like True False, but I'm the more the merrier, right?
Yeah,
so,
I want to hear about that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Very much in the
it's edgy for sure. I mean, it's right on the edge. It's like bad B horror stuff, but like on
my favorite. Do it yourself.
on the real edge of it. It's sketches all get out, but it's cool. So
brilliant. Do it yourself.
Okay. So a lot going on today. So let's. Is Brian set up out there? Are you ready, Bubba?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so hold on. Let me do the mixer thing here. Hold on. 1, 2.
Is this the part where we deal with a lot of random sides?
Yeah, this is the part where Kurt has to.
Where you start hearing the crickets usually. Or?
Yeah. All right. Actually, I was quicker than usual that time. So, all right, I think we're ready. Anytime, Brian J. Check it out. New music. You're listening to it here. Open Mic Radio, KOPN, Columbia. All right, let's hit Brian.
You're on, brother. There you are. Yeah, now you get time. I think our mics will help though.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
More of that, please.
Yeah, we're gonna
That's
get
what I'm talking about.
we're gonna get more from Brian J. We're gonna get one more this afternoon, but him and Quinn, I got to scoot back to Kansas City. So we'll chat with Brian here for a minute, but then I think
do one more. Is that what you said?
yeah, I think we're gonna get one more from Brian.
Yeah, it's gonna take a second to load though.
Yeah, we're gonna get that ready. But first, it's always great to visit.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've had a long ongoing relationship with Brian, and I'm like I always say that it's really cool to watch artists, regardless of their age, you know, as they develop and do new stuff. You know, John Randall was here last week. From the Hoot and Hollers, one of the guys that was visiting with us, and the Hoot and Hollers have been doing their thing for 20 years, and
There's no age. There was only art.
I was so happy that when John was here, and I don't usually pat my own back, but it was so cool because John said, you know, Mike, you said you were supporting the Hoot and Hollers before anybody else 20 years ago, and I was doing this radio show back then, and I recognized John and Andy as just amazing talent back then, and it's just a thrill to watch them. And now with Kelly, it's just ridiculous how awesome they are. So anyway, I've loved seeing it with so many different artists over the years that I've been doing this show. It's one of the main reasons why I do it, because it's just so cool to watch it happen. But Brian's another example here. I met him when he was in high school, I think. And,
and was doing very different stuff than I am now.
But it was
always evolving.
Still sick.
You've always been interesting and creative, and always had a real cool head about you. So people, I think, if they're familiar with the program, they've heard your voice before. But if not,
I hope so.
Little bit about you. You're a independent musician, singer, songwriter, producer.
Yeah. So right now I go to school for music technology, but I've been making music for like 10 years since I was 12. I'm 22 now. I've been in Colombia for most of my life, and I produce, write, record, and sing on my own music. And if you've heard anything of what I do, I like to experiment with many genres, so I would consider myself very versatile. And currently I'm doing a lot of experimental live tech performance.
So like that last one that you just played.
Yeah, so all of that was me playing those things live. You could probably hear some things that might have sounded like mess ups. You might have been right and you might have been wrong, but who's to say?
Yeah, I mean,
there are no mess.
There's technically, you know, I'm telling you right now, creative license can make you turn mess ups into anything. So and anything can be artistic.
That's right. And when it's live, you just roll with it. Is what happens. You know, it's like
you have to. In a live setting, you have to. It's all about recovery. You know, I've had live pieces where the instrument itself gets deleted, and I have to make an instrument in like 15 seconds,
right?
And then solo with it. You know.
No, so, I get it. I mean, the same thing sort of goes when you do live radio. I mean, it's like, man, some things just don't go the way you want, and you got to find a way to make it through.
Yeah,
and it's not always pretty, but that's part of the way that it goes. And
tech, man,
you know, and we
were talking about it earlier about troubleshooting. It's like 80% about what we do is you know, problem solving and
under the pressure of time, under a time constraint. Yep. You know, if you do a podcast, it's all good and all that, but unless you do a live podcast, you have plenty of time to record the thing, edit it, make it sound the way you want, and I can do that too, but it's a whole different story than doing things live.
100%.
And I prefer the live seat of your pants sort of thing.
I think so too.
And I just think it's more fun.
Yeah,
and it's certainly more
too.
Spontaneous. And yeah, you know what? Sometimes you end up looking like a fool, and you make a fool of yourself, and you look stupid.
I
think part of humanity is being embarrassed.
Right?
You know what I mean? I think we should be more comfortable with that.
I agree because
we all feel it.
Well, I'll tell you what, because the payoffs of doing live stuff, for me, they totally outweigh the embarrassment when I mess up or when I have whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you about the spontaneity.
Absolutely.
Of it.
There's a beauty to catching the moment.
It cannot
in the moment
because it's only in the moment.
It cannot be reproduced.
I mean, that's life. You know what I mean? Whenever you're just walking around, so I think the same kind of aspect. Whenever we're just here and people are here, and when I say, and I might drop the F word the the next second, and Mike could be very mad at me.
Well, you know,
That'd make
Or
good
it could not
Only
happen.
because he hasn't dropped it another 5 times himself before.
Every F-bomb that Mike drops cancels one out for me.
right? Did he just say?
We're constantly.
Did he just say mic drop? All right, so I will say one thing quickly on the philosophical side. William Blake, one of my favorite writers and a wonderful addition to our historical record, had something to say about the aesthetic experience, and it was basically that it had to be in the moment, it had to be live, and it had to be something that you couldn't save, that wasn't replicatable. So, for example, a beautiful painting that you bought and put on your wall, he called that pornography, regardless of what the subject matter was, because it was there for different reasons than just the experience of seeing it happen and be done with. So live music is really an authentic experience of that true aesthetic thing, I think, because it happens once. You got to be in the room to have that experience with all the other people that were in the room, and even if you record it, it's still not the same as being in the room when it actually went down.
I was just about
right?
to say, whenever producers do record these bands, they do it with the idea of like, well, we were in this room and it sounded like this, and we want it to sound this way, and you might even want it to be mixed not as much as the producer touches it, because you like the sound of how the room is, you like the sound of the initial recording. You know what I mean?
You're trying to replicate the live.
You're trying to replicate that authentic feeling. No, 100%.
Yep.
I think so.
I always like the idea, since I got that concept from Blake, I like the idea of like the Indian sand paintings, where they do these intricate, beautiful mandalas and things out of different colored sands and different, and then the wind blows it away, and that's it. You had a very short period of time to be able to experience it, and that is the real aesthetic thing. So
you'll see a lot of that actually, Mike, downtown throughout this time of year. Seriously, like on the sidewalks. You'll see
really
artists around here like just doing sidewalk.
Yeah, they'll do chalk art and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen some really incredible stuff down there that I've walked past, and then after a spring rain, boop, there it's
it forces you to appreciate it more.
Being able to do the show like this and getting to experience live performances from people like you in a real small setting with just our close friends, I love it. It's an absolute it's a privilege. And a pleasure and a thrill and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I love all of you who are here, and all of you who have performed on this program. You know, I appreciate all of you, and we're going to keep it going as long as we can. So so let's have another one from Brian J.
Yeah, sweet.
Before you scoot out of here, though, what's happening if people want to find you? Are you performing any live shows? Or I think you are, right?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so if you want to find me on anything, it's brianj.music. I'll say that again later, but that's on Instagram. I have a couple shows.
BrianM.Jusic? What?
Wow! What? BrianJ.music. BRIAN.
Yeah.
I've got a couple shows coming up. I'm doing one in May that's not entirely confirmed yet, but a very exciting one in March with my band Midwest Sushi, where we do experimental live technology performance. This will be like more of an ambient piece, taking you through a dystopian soundscape, and we're going to perform it at Mock Sonic in Warrensburg, Missouri. Mock Sonic, if you don't know, is a really cool event for electronic music in multiple facets, whether you're interested in the performance of it, whether you're interested in the nitty gritty and you want to go to presentations and go to Q&As. Mock Sonic has a lot to offer for you if you are into that. And you will also see me and my band performing on, I think, the 21st, around 4 p.m. Yeah, Midwest Sushi.
Yeah, very cool. And if people want to find you online, etc.
Yeah, it's BrianJ.music on Instagram, and then you can find Midwest Sushi through that because I have it in my bio. So.
All right, why don't you go out there and let's get set up for your second piece here.
And I will tell you context about this.
Yes, please.
So this is a very big work in progress, and right now I don't even know how I'm going to end it on the air. Okay. So I probably shouldn't have told you that. But yeah.
All right, another one from Brian J. Just a minute here. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We've got Secular Era here. We've got. Did you say era or era?
Either or.
Era. Yeah, some people say era, some people say era. Okay, Secular Era. Hey, Joshua Lococo in the house as well. We are got a full house this afternoon. I'm very excited to see Joshua here. He's another wonderful singer-songwriter, making some real cool music here around town, and just released a new record a month or two ago. Josh?
Yeah.
What?
I have a CD. You can get it at my show.
Come on in and sit down for a second, real quick.
Pull up a chair.
And I hopefully Josh brought his guitar in a little bit. Maybe we'll get a song or two from him. So,
Yeah.
hi, Joshua.
Hello. I made a CD of the songs I'm releasing digitally. I release one song a month digitally, but I have a CD to sell at shows of the collection if you want to
Yeah.
get them
okay.
all ahead of time.
All right, cool.
And the next show, may I ask, where's that? Where's the next performance, my man?
Well, officially, I don't have a show until July at Stickies, but Fiona said I can play some songs before their show at PDM on the 16th
Wow.
at that emo show.
I love them. I love Luke Sabbath and that whole band. They're fantastic. And Luke's another young man who's been coming around here for years, and he's just an outstanding guitar player and just a damn good musician and part of a bunch of different great bands over the last few years. So very
Keep
cool.
your eyes and ears
Yeah,
open for all
that-
these shows, folks.
That show, the doors are at 7 and the show starts at 8, but I'm going to play some songs solo acoustic between 7 and 8.
Yeah,
So it's kind of, I'm not officially on the show, but he said I can come in and
very cool.
play some
I
songs.
think we got some Brian
All right.
J.
Yeah, let's do.
About ready to roll.
Let's do Brian J. And then we'll come back and we'll get a couple from Joshua Lococo, and we also have Jesse Slade, the proprietor of King Theodore Records, also in the house. And we're going to talk a little bit about Real Fest, the second annual actually that's happening next weekend. Okay. All right. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Let me see if I got my mixer stuff ready here. Your Imagination Station, right, Kurt?
I think so.
All right, Brian. I think we're ready when Brian's ready.
All right.
Famous last words, but I think so.
We got the monitors on.
Monitors are on.
Now they are.
Yeah, they are.
We're imagining. There we go.
Stop, Jesse.
Feeling like the same person. From everything I read and how I talk, it feels wrong. It's a killer pushing back I was supposed to be. I don't know what's keeping me strong. And I can tell you don't believe it, but I know that's not the right in my mind. I'm so confused when my reflection knows about why I've not been happy being alone too.
That's it, I'm just in a state when I'm up there, and what I do when I'm up there is just what I do when I'm up there. I'm not putting a lot of thought into it, you know? I think that would make it contrived.
Yeah. You did good work. He's something else, yeah. All right. All right, hi. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Cool new music from Brian J. Awesome, my brother.
The screams have been better.
Oh, hey. I
liked it?
I love it. I love it all.
Awesome.
Out of the two you did, the first one just absolutely killed me. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, I've been performing the first one for a few months now, and I actually I got invited to do it by some of my professors at my college. For like prospective students, so they chose just like a handful from our entire music program.
Damn.
and they reached out. Apparently, somebody specifically mentioned me, which is kind of cool.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Well, keep it rolling, my brother. I'm so
shit, man, because that was awesome.
Hey, thank you so much.
I'm happy for your progress and your success. You just keep it rolling, all right?
Dude, always.
Yeah,
and thank
Quinn,
you for having me on.
Cheers. Take care of this man. All right. You take care of that young lady, and you take care of this guy. All right. That's the way it ought to work. Right. Good up, brother. All right, Dylan
I love
Lewis,
you guys.
Secular
I love
Era.
KOPN.
What's up?
Support 89.5 FM. I love you guys.
Love you, brother. Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, cheers. Brian J. Check him out, brianj.music. You can find him all around out there, and keep your ears open. I mean, Brian's always doing cool stuff, and I can't wait to see what he does next. He's always surprising me. So, all right, we've got Joshua Lococo. Love you, brother. Josh, why don't you set up over on the other side over there by Kurt, and we're going to get a couple songs here from Joshua Lococo since we have him here in the studio, and he took the time to come down and visit us. I mentioned Jesse Slade in the house as well. Maybe while you're getting Josh set up, we get Jesse in the studio real quick here. Hey, Jesse. Don't you know I wish it I had Jesse's something. All right. All right, maybe not. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We are streaming on the web at kopn.org. I want you to, I know Joshua's vocal, so I want you to move that vocal mic back.
Not for this.
Well, not for our conversation. Oh, no. Oh, you're going to do a song?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Okay. And, yeah, so.
And then I'll get the mic suggested.
Yeah, so I met Joshua last year at an open mic, and really liked what he does and the style of music that he plays and how he does it. And anyway, he's released some new music in the last couple of months, and we actually did a show on, what was it, the 31st of January? Yeah.
It was the 3rd of January.
The 3rd of January. Oh, yeah, it was like our New Year's show. Josh was in, he played a bunch of songs for us.
Yeah. And then I came in at the end of January, and we played my CD. I showed you.
That's right. All right, so
He's here. He's ready to play.
yeah, let's play a song, and if you want, you can tell us a story or not, whatever you like.
Yeah, this song's called Completely Eventually. It comes out tomorrow, digitally, but it's the last song on that CD.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, what's the name of that record again?
Redux.
Yes.
Just Redux.
Okay, very cool. All right, Joshua Lococo, the Joshua Lococo on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Check it out.
All right. love me. There's just something about me here that people can love. I hope that you know that I am heartbroken. You already moved on when you say just friends. I know what that means. No responsibilities. Now you can leave there completely, eventually. Now I'm just close enough to be hurt by you. Then the end, you know that you'll never have to follow through. And what's a friendship without love? Is it just friends? The people who move on and forget while I slip through the cracks. And I swore I'd never love again. It hurts too bad, it never seems worth it. What's a picture without love? Is it just friends? The people who move on and forget while I slip through the cracks. And I hope that you know that I am heartbroken. You already moved on when you say just friends. I know what that means. No responsibilities. Now you can leave me completely, eventually. And say we were friends back then. We'll probably never be friends again. Like we were friends back when we were more than just friends. Yeah, so that song comes out tomorrow digitally. It's also available on CDs that I have in the trunk of my car right now.
That's great, man.
And if you give out your license plate number, people can flag you down on the road and grab a CD right out of the trunk.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I would say if you want one of my CDs, come get one at a show. But if you can't make it to a show, book me for a show, and then you can get one.
Yeah,
at your convenience.
What do you have coming up? Are you playing any? I think you played a Fretboard last weekend, did you, or when was that?
I played First Friday at Fretboard.
First Friday, okay. Yeah. All right. Do you have what do you have coming up? Anything coming up?
Just that show I'm unofficially opening for.
Where are you going to
at
open?
PDM.
Yeah, with Fine Fiona.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the big Midwest emo show. There's bands from Kansas City and St. Louis and stuff like that. My next official show is at Sticky's Cabana in July.
Yeah.
And you can get all that information on my website, thejoshualococo.com.
TheJoshuaLococo, LOCOCO?
Yes.
Lococo.com.
That's Italian. It is not Spanish, so it means something different.
What does Lococo mean in Italian?
The cook's cook.
The cook's cook?
Yeah.
Huh.
It doesn't mean crazy, but people, they think, because in Spanish, loco means crazy. But
right. But Lococo is a completely different word. So, yeah. All right. Play another song for us.
Oh.
Will you?
Yeah, okay. This is a new one you haven't heard.
Really?
It's, I'm recording. It's coming out later in the year. I'm going to record it and put it out on my next show.
Well, okay, then quickly tell me about it. Is it one that was written recently, or is it one that you wrote a long time ago? Or
it's new. I had the instrumental for a long time, but I just recently made it. I've been playing it live, but
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's been since you've seen me.
Fantastic. All right, this is certainly a new one for our listeners then.
The song's called Forever Maybe.
Very cool. Brand new music from the Joshua Lococo. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
You said you would fight for me. Do you remember what you said to me? Cindy, you are so precious to me. If that was true, you'd be here with me. But instead I'm all alone, and I do not know why I can't let go. Stuck inside my head, you all the tightening in my chest, the lump is in my throat. It won't go away till I think of you. You said you would fight for me. You promised to be there for me. You never, ever called me. So much for that, so much for fighting. There's nothing I can do. Still in love with you. I guess I'm just a fool. Stuck inside my head, believing everything you said, just like a church bell. I can hear nothing else but you. And you said you would fight for me. You promised you'd be there for me. You never, ever called me. So much for that, so much for fighting now. You said I'll always be there for you. Well, I guess that's not true. And I can keep waiting here for you. It's not enough, so you give up now. What remains is not the same. The future will die too. It's all said and done. I know that you'll be gone, but I still would love you. And you said you would fight for me. And you promised you'd be there for me. But you never, ever called me. So much for that, so much for fighting now. You said I'll always be there for you. Well, I guess that's not true. And I can keep waiting here for you. It's not enough, so you give up now. What remains is not the same. The friendship will die too. When it's all said and done, I know that you'll be gone, and I still would love you. And you said you would fight for me. Do you remember what you said to me? Cindy, you are so precious to me. If that's true, you'd be here with me. If that's true, you'd be here with me. If that's true, you'd still be with me. And not today, but someday, maybe. And I would wait forever, baby. 'Cause I would wait forever, maybe. Yeah. So that's not recorded yet. So everybody out there, don't steal it, please.
Where and when are you going to record?
I just recorded my house. I'm currently I've recorded guitar tracks, and I gotta get Joey on it.
Do some drums for you.
Do overdubs and stuff like
Very
that.
cool. All right. Well, cool, dude. I appreciate you coming down, and congratulations. Your music's wonderful. I love it. I'm glad that you're making more of it, and keep at it, man.
I probably wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for you being so supportive when I walked into your open mic.
Well, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that, and that means a lot. And if that's the only good thing that came out of the damn thing, then I'm happy as a lark about it, because Josh is amazing, and I'm thrilled that he's making music and sharing it with other people. So, right on, my brother. And tell your lovely wife we said hi. Okay.
Yeah.
How's your cats doing, by the way?
Willow the cat is still fluffy and doing good.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Tuning in.
The Joshua Lococo. Find him on thejoshualococo.com and also on your social media platforms, all right?
Yeah.
All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Let me quickly say that whether you are biking the Katy Trail or hiking the Devil's Icebox, KOPN goes with listeners wherever they go. Your company's message can too. Find out how by calling 573-874-1139 or emailing underwriting@kopn.org. We certainly appreciate all the support that we get from whoever you may be and wherever you may be doing it from. And you can do that online securely anytime at kopn.org. It can help keep this thing rolling, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to switch gears a little bit here and say hello to my friend Jesse Slade.
Yo.
Hello, my friend. What's happening?
Up? Not much, man. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I love it.
Be hanging out on Open Mic Radio.
Good to see you. You got stuff going on.
So much stuff.
You always do, but most of it's usually under the radar. But this is above radar. Next weekend, Real Fest, the second annual. Very excited about that. Tell people about it and what it is, and whatever you'd like to say about it.
Yeah. So Real Fest is this is our second year doing it, second annual Real Fest, and it runs concurrently with the True False Film Festival. It runs the same Saturday as True False. We're showing 37 films from all over the world.
Just a one-day event, though.
One-day event. Okay. We're just Saturday. It's a 100% free event at King Theodore Records. At 1103 East Walnut Street is where that is. If anyone wants to write that down, but
very good.
It's the second year runs the same Saturday as True False. We run 37 films, all shorts. It's kind of designed as a longtime True False goer. I would often spend a lot of times after waiting in the queue and stuff like that, just kind of sitting in coffee shops or wandering around. And so I was just like, oh, here's kind of another thing. So if you got some time to kill, stop in, see a 8-minute, 10-minute movie. In between your other films, and add even more to that long list of films. I know sometimes, like whenever I used to do True False, I used to really pride myself on like the amount that I could get.
Right,
in.
How much you could jam in 3 days.
I got
or whatever.
15 on the Simple Pass for you old heads out there.
That's right.
37 on this one.
Yeah. You can get 37 at Real Fest for free.
Okay, so it's a free event.
100% free, yeah. It's supported by the community. We got some great sponsors this year. VidWest came out and helped us out.
Very cool.
Century Tattoo, lots of really good.
Shout out to the folks at VidWest, certainly, because they're also supporters of the station here. Yep. And in fact, there's a lot of crossover between VidWest and KOPN, and we love them out there. So.
Literally, if you can spare any spare dollars, give it to them. I know that on May the 5th, they're doing a big rally at City Hall because some of the funding for VidWest has been cut by the city. So we're trying to get some of that back. So if you're available on May 5th, make sure you get out there. And, I like our tax money going toward art and stuff like that myself as a business owner. So I support giving VidWest our tax money. So I'm going to be there. I'm going to show out. So
I'm a fan of funding the art.
VidWest sort of... the origin was sort of the old Cat TV, which was Columbia area or Columbia Access Television, I think is what it actually stood for. But it was essentially like what KOPN is, a community radio station where you can become a member, and if you sort of go through the training and stuff, you can actually do a show or whatever. Cat TV was a lot like that, where it was actually public television, where the community and anybody in the community could go down there. I mean, they had cameras and lighting and all the things that you need to do a radio show. I'm sorry, to do a television show.
But there's a music show. Actually, one point I know we performed on it like a few times, late night. Well, I don't know what the name of the show was at the time, but it was definitely a local community access show.
Yeah, they used to do it down in the basement of Stevens College, I think it was actually. Right, yeah. But no, it was really cool, and and they sort of lost their funding, and VidWest is sort of, I'm not sure how it's classified, if it's a nonprofit or if it's a corporation or if it's an.
I believe it's a nonprofit, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I don't. But at any rate, they were getting certainly some funding from the city or from the county or whatever, and of course. I don't get me started. But anyway, okay. So yeah, VidWest is cool. Who else is helping out or part of the project at RealFest?
So we got Wishflower Bakeries making all sorts of good baked goods.
Yeah, friends from back over there. Yeah,
back over in the old spot,
the old location.
The last remaining allies of the old spot. And then we're also having Grow and Throw's going to be out there doing all sorts of stuff. Hippos jumped on board the dispensary.
Oh, now you're talking.
So we're getting some sort of sponsors. We're going to start making some big moves. So I'm excited about it.
All right. Okay, so tell people about the festival itself. You got 37 films in one day.
One day.
And they're short films. Short is what, 1 minute to 15 minutes, or how long are they?
Yeah, I think the longest one that we have is probably mine, which is right around like 20 minutes.
And that's
something like that.
Tape Face?
Tape Face, yep. That's the premiere of Tape Face.
Oh, yeah. All right.
We'll be at RealFest around like 7 o'clock. So if you want to see something that was made here in Columbia, come check it out.
Yeah, by our own Jesse Slade. So
yeah, be aware.
Yes, for sure. Yes, by our
listen if you dare is the tagline.
Caveat emptor. Who else? Anybody else of note that you'd like to mention, or?
Yeah, my friend, my good friend Josh, we used to do a podcast called Real Friends, where we would talk about movies and stuff. He jumped on board this year. He was a documentary filmmaker that we had last year at RealFest, and he jumped on board, and we've really pivoted the festival. Last year we mostly did all B-rate horror, which was a good time. It was fun. This year we're having 5 different blocks of movies. We're breaking them down to like tapes. But basically they're all different. We have one that is local. It has has some Hickman High School film in it, which is very well acted. Honestly, it's very good.
Cool.
Then we have one with No Borders. That's all our international films. Then we have an experimental block. And then we have
what does that mean?
Experimental. So it's like we have a lot of like different, like there's a film called a paper coffee story, and it's all hand painted, like acrylic painted, frame by frame, and it's just like remarkable the amount of time and the beauty that they put into this. So not your traditional like fiction type films, they're a little bit less narrative driven, a little bit more abstract a lot of the times. And then that fifth block that we have is going to be the freaks and geeks and late night treats is what it's called. So that's all of our.
That's the sideshow project.
Yeah, that's where Tape Face is showing. The Wild World of James Gag Me is showing.
No.
All right.
There's some crazy.
We'll just move along from that one. Well, hey, you know what? It's an outstanding expression of creative thought and movie making. So it's very cool. I'm glad you're doing it. I think it's cool that you're doing it the same weekend as True False, and it's only the one day. And if, like you say, if people got a second, they can come by and say hi. And if people aren't interested in True False, they've got another option as well. So
definitely, it's a nice free option for people.
Yeah, a very different one, certainly.
Yeah, different feel,
and it's meant to be.
Yeah, definitely. I think. Yeah. I mean, we could talk about that for hours. It's just like a metal concert versus a classical concert.
Exactly.
There's just different stuff.
All right. Very cool. If people want to find it, more information about you and all that stuff.
So King Theodore Records on all social media. I've been blasting it out pretty hard. And then also, if you just search RealFest on Google, it'll pop up. And that's REEL.
Right.
FEST.
RealFest, REELFEST, RealFest.
Yep, and you'll find all sorts of stuff on there. And I think this year we're going to be doing down the road a Blu-ray release of all of the best of. So if you're listening to this elsewhere,
very cool.
Go ahead and follow me. And if we're going to put some of the best of RealFest onto a Blu-ray to sell to you guys and get it out there to more people. So
all right,
Jesse, is there any truth to the rumor that I'm starting that John Waters is going to be in attendance?
Oh my gosh, that would be a dream. Our best.
Hey, dude. I spent Halloween the whole weekend in 1999 with John Waters in Baltimore.
What?
It's a crazy story.
Dude, we have to talk about that. That is wild.
Yeah. I was at his
did
house.
as well, but it was my VHS.
Yeah, his.
That's
okay. It's a whole other story.
Some good Divine.
Was Divine there?
No, it was when they were actually filming a movie called Pecker at the time.
Okay, wow.
And so I was there for the filming of Pecker because the girl that I was dating at the time was best friends with John Waters, costume director for Pecker.
Okay.
For Pecker. And so they invited us to just come watch the filming and hang out for the weekend. And it happened to be Halloween. And Lord have mercy, it was one of the crazy ones
on
in my
Halloween.
life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know
they didn't have the title until you walked on set, right?
John
was like, I got it now.
We've been looking for this.
I told him about my friend Kurt.
Pecker.
And he said, "Yeah,
title.
We got it." Okay, so and where is King Theodore located?
It's 1103 East Walnut Street, right across from the new tower of the Broadway Hotel, in the shadows of the towers.
Shadows.
Literally, there's
the Dark Lord.
You drive by.
It's like Sauron up
high
there.
Rise. There's high rise, and then a snippet of Old Columbia. If you see Old Columbia, it's King Theodore Records.
Okay, all right, awesome, Jesse. I love you, brother.
Yeah, I love you too, man.
Have a great time. I'll try to see you next weekend, right?
Dude, yeah, come out. It's going to be a great time.
All right, quick shout out to my friend Tom O'Connor, one of the members of the Mobile Funk Unit. Another really fun music project that's been happening around town for years and years. They will be performing tonight, at Rose. So Rose Music Hall tonight, Mobile Funk Unit, along with, I'm not sure who else, maybe it's just them, but at any rate, that's probably going to be a fun show.
Beautiful
tonight.
night of music.
Shout out to Tom and his lovely wife Diana. All right, okay. My son Lucas working at the record store. Oh,
wait,
sorry,
did he text you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm just reading all my stuff out loud now. Oh, hey,
Thanks, Lucas.
This is a great one. Katie. From Conductor. I don't know. Remember, you know the band Conductor?
Yes.
They were actually here a few months ago. Wonderful band and a great vocalist. I just love Katie.
Yep.
I ran into Katie. Well, I didn't hurt her, but I came into contact with her at Ragtag about a week ago. We were watching the Oscar shorts for the animated Oscar short films that were that have been nominated. And anyway, Katie and the band Conductor have a band. Have a record that's going to be released on April 25th, and we are going to have them on the show that day, and we'll play some new songs from the record and maybe get a live performance from them. Okay, all right, very cool. Katie, I love you. Thanks for sending me that note. That's cool. Okay, we're just about top of the hour here, so we are going to turn the rock and roll station on full blast. And get some music here from Secular Era. Maybe
and in the hour that we got left, by the way, people, if they want, could go down to Compass and see our good friend Justin Hickerson tonight. I think that show starts at 6.
Justin is performing at Compass?
Yeah, in the Compass room, I believe.
Very cool. That's just over on University here, just off of Elm or whatever. Not Elmer, but Elm or whatever that street is. University. I think it's University and Hit. It's actually University and Hit Street. Cool. All right. All right. Well, will somebody see if the band is ready out there?
Band.
And I will make the music ready.
Well, I believe the band is in charge of making the music ready. Let's hope so.
I'm sorry. I mean, I should make this the sound the sound of the music ready. I should say.
That would be wonderful.
In this here.
Try here.
This here. Anytime you guys are ready, is Dylan out there?
Dylan,
okay, we're gonna. I can take a breath and leave it to my main man, Dylan McCord. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We have now a nice long set of music from the outstanding
imagination
Secular Era. Anytime you guys are ready, your imaginations. That's right, baby.
gonna do a new one.
Yeah, the song came out yesterday.
The song is called Spellbound. right. We're secular, that's right. Over here on the drums, we got Mark Sullivan. Say hi, Mark. Hello. How you doing today, man? Pretty good. Woo. Anything to say? How y'all doing? It's getting warm in here. It is getting warm in here. Drex, you got anything to say, man?
I'm happy to be here. Very happy to be here.
You happy to be here? What?
Walking
in D minor. All right, let's do another one off our first EP.
It's KOPN Columbia, Open Mic Radio, Secular Era. Yes.
one more for you for now. It's called The Art of Alpha.
All right. The secular era. All right. We'll get one more from these guys. Here we go. yeah. Woo! Yeah, let's let the yeah, heck yeah. All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're on the web, kopn.org. Secular era rock and roll this afternoon here at the station. Absolutely love it. You know, I'm going to play a song from Concannon. I mentioned earlier that Bobby had sent me a new song from the guys, and this is a debut as well. This has never been played on the radio, so we'll give the Secular Era guys a minute to catch their breath, and we'll play this one from Concannon, and then we'll come back and talk to the guys from the band, and then we'll have one more. We'll have one more from Secular Era on the way out of here. Okay.
57 more.
Yeah, I love it. You guys, absolutely. Dylan, love it. Sounding great, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. And check this out, new music from Concannon. These are a wonderful young band from the Moberly area. All right, check this out.
That was awesome.
right, very cool. Brand new music there from Con Cannon, and shout out to the band and to the management there for sharing that song with KOPN and Open Mic Radio. That's the first time that's been played anywhere outside of the studio. So where's Kurt when yelling about the debuts, right? So yeah, very cool stuff. Con Cannon, again, a wonderful group of young musicians, and always interesting and fun to watch how they develop. That's very, very cool stuff from them. All right, Open Mic Radio. We've got the members of Secular Era in the studio with us. We're gonna talk briefly here and then get them out for one more song before we say toodaloo here. But Dylan,
What's
Mike,
up?
you guys, incredible, right?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us on. This is so much fun.
Thank you for being here. I love your music and what you guys are doing. If people are interested, first of all, let's give out some contact information and then tell people what's happening for spring and summer. Maybe you're playing some shows, maybe you're recording. Just let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
Contact.
Yeah, we're on Apple Music, Spotify would be our big two where you can find our music, YouTube or Bandcamp. Our socials, we're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Secular Era 777, and I think we have a Threads too. We added one of those if you want to follow there.
Okay.
Technically, we have a Blue Sky, but I think that died.
Aw.
Most things do there, but anyway, that's right.
Yeah, the got some cool stuff coming up. I just had a baby.
Is that right?
I say just 6 months ago. He is amazing.
All right.
Thank you.
So you're a father now.
Yeah. Well, I had another one.
Yeah,
I have another.
Okay, so you're second time now.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so that's
congratulations.
That is taking up a lot of my time. But
trust me, I'm familiar.
We have Spellbound. Our single came out yesterday.
Brand
we
new.
already have another one ready to go.
You played Spellbound earlier this evening. It was
did,
great.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a few more songs we're working on. To be totally honest, the album's done. In the demo stages, I just need to find the time to get all the vocals done and everything.
All right.
So,
are you guys doing all the recording and producing and all that stuff yourselves?
Yep.
Yeah, in his basement. Then Brett Lieber from Young Medicine does all
Is
the
typically
mastering.
the one who
Does the
that,
mastering?
yeah.
Okay. Are you actually going to do a physical release, like a CD or a record, or is it going to be a digital release?
I would like to do a physical one, but
No, I mean, people go this way and that way these days. You never know. I'm just curious.
Right.
It doesn't matter, really, to be honest.
I haven't decided yet.
All right.
Is basically what it boils down to.
he would
I
like
have,
to do vinyl at some point, but
would.
Yeah,
I have
it's
a lot
always
of
cool to
these.
have a vinyl, even if you just did it once. Just have a vinyl record. That's great. Right?
I have a lot of stuff going around in my head, but that's for a later time when I can iron it all out. I have 10 different things going on at once.
All right, so you've got a lot going on with the family. The rest of you, what's happening, Dylan? Are you still performing some individual stuff under Drexel Bowie?
yeah, I've got 2 other songs that's ready to be released. I'll probably do the next one in April, and then I've got a few demos that we've been recording for next year as well.
Okay. What about shows out and about? Are you planning on getting out there, or are you pretty much going to stick around and just do some recording?
We're going to start with doing some recording, getting all that, ready to go, and then we're going to try and I'm thinking summer. We're going to start booking again.
Yeah, I would
that'd
like
be a
to
good way
play
to do
a
it.
couple places here, like Rose or East Side Tavern. Is
Yeah,
that
East
still
Side would be a great
That's a
place
good
for you
one,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah. Sal and those
I
guys
like
love
that.
the rock and roll. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very cool. Okay, so once again, Secular Era. Find them out and about. They're on all the platforms and all that stuff. Why don't we get you guys set up and we'll do one more on the way out of here. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And I will take a moment to say you're listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. We've had Secular Era with us this afternoon. We had a visit from Brian J. Joshua Lococo played a couple songs for us. What else? John Randall, actually, from the Hoot and Hollers, just stopped by. He was here. He was here last week, actually, and we were talking about what's happening with the band and with a new project of his with his longtime partner Andy Ream and Paul Weber. They call them. They're going by the Ricks. That's RIKKS, the Ricks. But anyway, Johnny stopped by this afternoon and dropped off a new record. A new copy of the most recent Hoot and Hollers record, which is. I can't wait to slap this one in the player. So it's called Van Jams Volume 1, and it's a bunch of covers that the band has enjoyed over the course of driving around the country for all these years, and certainly well worth listening to. I don't have time this afternoon, but we'll play a couple from that record next week, I think.
It's not out yet.
No, I know. In fact,
when does it come out?
You released the one, right? Rubber Band Man was the only one that's been released so far. And that's a great song. If you know the original song, Rubber Band. Who performed the original Rubber Band Man?
That was the Spinners.
The Spinners. Yeah. So check that out, and then next week you can hear the Hoot and Hollers do their version of it. It's outstanding. All right.
When does that drop? You said it's not out yet.
That comes out on the 3rd of April.
3rd of April, and I got one in my hot little hands here, you guys. Open Mic Radio. We got the hookup, baby. Johnny, I love you. All right. Okay, Secular Era. Why don't you guys get back out there and get set up, and we will get ready to wrap up this radio program, okay? It is Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Stick around. Raw Shimba and a reggae party coming at you here, 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock. After that, Blues on Broadway. Fantastic stuff throughout the night here on KOPN. Really excited to have all the music that we've had this afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed the show. I've got a number. I haven't looked at my phone in a while, and I usually should do that because I usually get some Oh, yeah. Hi, Tom. Absolutely. Again, Tom O'Connor and the Mobile Funk Unit, MFU, as it were, tonight at Rose, and lots of other stuff happening around and about. All right. So, yeah. Okay. I guess whenever those guys are ready, but I'll just jibber jabber until they get going.
Jibber jabber, you will. Wouldn't expect a thing or less from you, Michael.
All right, let's do it, guys. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. One more from Secular Era.
request and everything.
Oh, yeah. What an interesting performance. Very good.
Wow. Woo! All right, what a fantastic performance, right? Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM.
That is it.
Yeah, how about it, all right? Okay, Kurt.
Fun.
We've got,
Yeah.
next week we have Cousins McDaniel with us. That was Matt and Eric and Seth, who actually are here a little bit earlier in the program visiting with us, but excited to have Cousins McDaniel next week. We've got Towel in the Ocean, The Satins, Lonesome Companions, Johnny Fox Band coming up, Lou Nevins, The Sunshine Mamas, Simply Frog Legs, Real Fest coming up next week for Jesse and the gang down at King Theater. All right? Okay, thanks to all of you. We are on the way out of here, okay? You've been listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. All right, please be cool to yourself out there. Be cool to other people. And stick around for Rosh and a reggae party, okay? Rosh and a reggae party. We'll catch you all next week with Cousins McDaniel. Let's get out of here, you guys.
Thanks a lot. Here you go. What was it? It was Open Mic.